Oh, I think we're live. Are we there? Yeah, I guess we are. Okay. Well, I left off, or I got the truck in Heat 4. Oh, hello, Wade. Just about where I wanted to be. So, I got into Heat 5, right? So I had to bring the truck back up. Yeah, no, I'm not like into bonuses and stuff. And, they had a whole bunch of glitches, mostly annoying glitches, but one they still haven't fixed is the color palette. I haven't checked the color palette out of career mode because it's a different paint booth. But if you notice, the number on the side of my truck here in this garage is a light gray. It should be white because I selected white, but like the color palette is like one color off, so you get the one color darker or above it in the color palette, which sucks. But at least I got black rims instead of bright orange, which is like every screen you had a different a different color rim, which is weird. It might change in the race. I don't know. We'll find out together. But anyway, here's Daytona. It's a 50% ×2 race at night to start the season off. Let's see if I can win it like I did last year. And we'll see what we got. Yeah. Yep. Doesn't pay to make enemies, especially in career mode. Huh, look, I got bright yellow wheels.
Started the green, driver.
Yep.
Drive safe, meet the mark. Got a car high now.
See? Things.
Outside, by himself.
Oh, come on. Yeah, they still have more power than you, even if you have the same engine. I don't. I have a 90% engine. I just need to hang on to this draft here, and having somebody behind you really helps. So if you're in a career mode especially, you don't have a decent truck or car yet, definitely qualify. Usually somebody gets pushed to the back and you end up with somebody behind you, because you need that somebody behind you just not to lose the draft.
Careful, still there.
In the middle of the pack it's easier, but you know, I qualified 29th out of 32nd because I got no power in the truck.
Still there.
Even if I have a good setup, it takes about a lap to get going.
Careful, still there. Still there.
Now, because I don't have a 100% engine truck in particular, I mean, I'm a, what, 90, 95, 90, and 85, I think is my stats. We'll double check afterwards. It's not bad. As you can see, I'm moving forward.
Careful, still
That
there.
little glitch is not the game, that's me tapping the brake. Because I don't want to get off the gas with a less horsepower engine than the other guys around me, because I wouldn't be able to make moves like that so easy. It's a 50% race, so what we got? Oh, seven laps. Oh no, I have it on short. Oh man, I thought I was gonna do it different settings for this season, so we're gonna back out here. And we're gonna change it, because that's not fair. I was doing like 9-lap races, 12-lap races just to get up through, because without suspension your setup falls off like ridiculously. So, and it would, I get like 7 laps in and I start going backwards, but I was able to get it far enough up forward that I didn't fall back out of my goals in most races. So that was cool. It looks good like that there, the car, I mean. Okay, yeah, we're due full damage. 50% ×2. Yep. Multiple stages, just like in real life. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. See, I think it looks good there. Need white on the number, but hopefully they'll fix it in the next patch. I haven't been online yet in multiplayer in the lobbies, but I've been hearing from my friends who have the game and who have tried it that there's a lot of lag as they flesh out the details of their Heat 5 network. So we'll get to that later. But for now, we're at Daytona, a 50% race. I'm gonna qualify again, don't I? Okay. And qualify. Here we go. Okay.
Let's go.
Basically just had the tape preset and one change. Seeing my race and my qualifying setup. Yep. From the high line to get the speed up. The high line is the longer way around, so you have more time to get the speed up. Takes about probably backstretch to get up to full song. You'll see when I get down into turn 3 here, I'm doing like 171, right? This is on the go around lap to take the green for the 2-lap qualifying session at Daytona. I cut the corner a little bit. It's like coming down the hill. I don't know, I feel maybe you get a little bit more speed. And here I'm trying to straighten out the tri-oval a little bit, because turns you slow down. Here I'm at 182 right now in the turn. See, 181, 180, 179. See, so you're always going to lose speed in the turns, so you want to enter the turns as fast as possible. You want to turn the wheel as little as possible. So 183 this time, probably be 184. Yep. So I'm right in the middle here. Alright, that cherry picker, I tend to turn it down here on the go to green lap. And then down here. And I let it drift up and straighten it out as soon as I can. And then I turn it down, and you follow that yellow line. Don't go over it. $180. That was 179 last lap, so I was a little faster. You're only talking a mile or two an hour typically between the warm-up lap and the time lap. I mean, they're both time, but that 1 mile an hour can make a difference. You see, previous lap 49.799, and this lap 49.3. That's 6/10 of a lap, and I'm 24th. That's a better qualifying run than the other one. Probably because I didn't turn any laps. The more laps I run at a track, or anybody, you know, typically you get back in the groove of things. That's why I never recommend getting into a race cold. Always take some, you know, qualifying laps, at least a fuel run if you're in the league race, so you know what the car or truck will do at the end. Look at those bright yellow wheels.
Coming to the green, driver. Have a good day.
Okay, so it should be a little bit easier getting up to speed. The big problem is they're slower than me, gearing wise, but you can't really get off the gas.
Careful, still there.
Not on a start, especially with the less than 100% car or truck. You gotta be in that draft.
Still there.
Yep.
Careful, still there.
And especially with the less than 100% aero truck, the further back in the pack you are, the more you'll tend to feel like a
Careful, still there.
like a kite at the end of a string, just flapping in the breeze. Or maybe you have little flags on your truck or your car.
Still there.
That's normal, especially when you get up to full song. We're still getting there.
Still there.
Next lap when we come around, we should be full tilt. But in the draft, you don't have to be on the gas all the time. When I have a less than truck, until I get to where I want, I'll be on the gas, unless there, you know, is an accident or something that I got to avoid. And I will tap the brake. But you can't have like 70 or 80 brake bias, because if you do that, you tap the brake, you'll go right. So you got to make it low enough for, whoa, how you tap the brakes is an arrow thing I was talking about. Because we're getting faster, see, we're almost 10 mile an hour faster at this point around.
Still there.
And I keep off the guy, so if I get a run, he moves over to follow that line, because the AI are dumb. Still.
Stay to your left.
Then I can get a run on him.
Still there.
I gotta get past Nemechek, because he tends to hug the bottom like I do. And hugging the bottom is a faster way around, and a little easier to move up. Me doing
Stay to your
here.
left. Car on the outside now.
And it's also good to time it. Your run like here, see if he moves over, I got him, but Moffat's a guy that I guess in this season that won't move over most of the time. You'll find there's about, from Heat 4, there's at least 4 guys, he moved over there, that will stay down in front of you.
Stay on the bottom.
Or be in your lane or your groove at other racetracks more so than everybody else, especially when you're faster than them.
Still there.
And yes, you can do this because the AI have a sensor, you know, perimeter, let's say, around them,
Still there.
that you put your truck or your car in some place and it's like they know you're there. Unlike in real life, you know, you can't really race exactly like this. You have to be more mindful
Time to go. You got this.
that people don't have eyes where the gas filler cap is. Can't see that part. If you're racing cockpit like I do, you see, you can't see anything. If you go backwards, you know, which I recommend,
Careful. Still
you know,
there.
you use the, I gotta use them draft up. Use the mirror as a guide, but this mirror is like your right side or passenger side door mirror. Objects are closer than they appear, so it's deceiving. When you look back, and I don't recommend doing that in the turns,
Outside by itself.
but when you look back
Get up, clear high.
like that, you know, be prepared for it and take a glance at it
Keep in your mark.
when you know, on a straightaway.
Clear.
I'm not gonna play it. See, I'm up to third already. How many laps? 6? 9 laps in a stage. So I'm not racing for a championship yet. I'm gonna go with Friesen. He's gonna fall back in. So we'll go with Hill.
Careful. Still there. Clear all around.
And I don't have drafting partners on, because if you lock with a drafting partner, I haven't tried it yet, but in Heat 4, if you lock with a drafting partner, like, if he's in front of you, then they just be in front of you the whole time. So, very hard to win a race, you know, when you get up front on the last lap and you're locked with the guy, because everywhere you go, he'll go, and it's very hard to get around him.
Careful. Still there.
So, it's a good idea, it's just execution, you know. Because I guess the way they look at it is you're probably, it's more like a contract you make with the guy that you're gonna, you stick with him and he's gonna stick with you. But, you know, Earnhardt Sr. and Jr. both had the same kind of philosophy as some other great plate racers did, and do, is that you go with whoever is going to get you where you want to go or need to be at the time. And if you gotta, you know, trade off, you know, like some of you guys don't remember the old game Frogger. You know, you use the stone until you don't need the stone anymore, because the stone might not always be there. So you just get across the stream any way you can. You work your way up through the field, you know, and you use different guys as stepping stones. That's what Senior did, and that's what Junior did also. Allowed him to win all those plate races. Because sometimes, you know, being in one spot is a good thing at different times. I just don't have the power here.
You got one to go. Right side.
Yeah, I know. I gotta block these guys. I gotta keep it hilling me, but I need help from behind to get past him. Because he's fast. Still a good run. And it's just the first stage. There's no adjustments I'm gonna make. I just need more engine and aero, which I don't have. I got a good run here. Can I use it? Yes, I can, I think. I might be able to stay in front of him. To the line. Ah, he's gonna pass me. He's gonna pass me. Shit. Oh well.
That'll get the job done, driver.
Yeah, that's all engine I don't have. Not much you can do there. Okay, now I don't have to take right side tires if I don't want to, but I am in a slow truck, and it take all the fuel, right? I don't need any damage repaired, so we turn it off. It tends to make you a little faster. I gotta watch my tape, so I might be able to put more tape up. When you're in traffic, your temperature will be a little bit higher.
Have a good day.
And I have a slow pit crew, so. I don't pull down until I cross the line. The game won't penalize you, but I'm used to doing it. It's the right thing to do.
You're all clear on top.
At least I'm in 16th, and Hill is really fast. Whoa, they checked up. They checked up again.
Car coming high now. Right side.
Yeah, I know, I saw him there.
Stay to your left.
Gotta get past Nemechek. Because I know he's one of the ones that can block me on the bottom. I don't want to get blocked on the bottom. Because it's all about momentum, especially with no engine, not enough aero.
Careful, still there.
Enfinger.
Bottom looks good.
It's like another one. I gotta get past Enfinger. I think Enfinger was one of those
Careful.
blocker AI in Heat 4 as well.
Hold your line.
Oh, good, you checked up. That made that easier.
Still there.
Yep. So I'm holding my foot down and just tapping the brake.
Stay to your left.
I got my brake bias set to, I usually set it 59 in Heat 4 and Heat 3, but in Heat 5 I noticed it was pulling just a little bit too much to the right. So I put it down to 57, and here I got it down to 55, and it seems to be, whoa!
Right side.
I'm talking, I'm not looking. And 55 seems to be about right for Daytona and Talladega. Couldn't clear them. Maybe I'll get lucky. See, they sense me next to them, so if there's a hole above them, they move up into it. They even check up for it. That's not very realistic, and I would expect Legend AI setting to be a little bit, you know, they are aggressive on attack, but like in defense, they move over a lot. That was interesting.
Still there.
Where's Hill?
Still there.
Oh, somebody's.
Got a car coming
If you
on now.
hear the engine change like that, like it's grinding, that usually means that somebody is side drafting you and slowing you down. See, I should be up behind Friesen there, but the 74 was side drafting me. And even though he probably has, in reality, a slower engine or truck than mine, because he's an AI, he has a different advantage over me, or over whoever, you know, the player is. See, I'm working the draft, which is how I'm moving forward mainly. But when it comes to an engine thing, like on the straightaways, out of the draft, I have to make my move and clear the guy. So I can't just hang it out in the wind. I don't want him to side draft me because I want to close up to the leaders there.
Careful, still there. You got room. You're clear.
Hey, Jay.
Careful, still there. All the way to the wall.
Okay. We're working on stuff. Working on that too. It's been on my mind. I'll get with you, Jay.
Still there.
Now this is Herbst and not Hill.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sucking up into him. He's side drafting me. He's gonna get me by the line. So basically,
Careful, still
unless
there.
I have
Here we
help,
go.
I'm looking at a second place. It's interesting, when I had a slower truck in the last season, it was easier to pass. Maybe I'm just doing it at the wrong spot now.
Still there.
Let's try it here. Let's see if this makes a difference. I gotta clear them. If I can clear them, I can keep them behind me. If I don't clear them,
Take your left.
same issue. See, I can't clear them. But us running side by side is letting the guys behind us close up. Oh, I did beat him to the line there. And I am still next to him. Ah, but he got in front of me. See, that's full engine power. Let me try this.
Still there.
So you go all the way to the bottom. So you're in separate drafts, and
Careful, still
I
there.
don't have anybody behind me. If I had somebody behind me, I might have had a better shot at it, but they all decided to go middle. Oh, wait. Got the guy behind me closing in, and if I
Look ahead,
Oh, got him.
Clear outside.
I got him. I got it. There we go.
Took that
Woohoo!
stage. Great job.
So we got a stage. So we can win the race with this garbage truck. Okay. And once again, I can take 2 tires, but not going to. But I'm going to take full gas, 19. Yes, it is. It is more stable. There's more grip. The lobbies are different. Offline. Online, I'm not hearing such great stuff. And I forgot to watch my temps because I could definitely need some more tape if I can manage it.
Have a good day.
So I think we got a pit. One green flag pit stop here.
Outside.
So we got 19 laps of gas.
Clear outside.
For me, that usually means 18 in time. So yep. So we got a pit sometime before 10 laps to go, or within 10 laps to go, somewhere in there. You know what I mean? It's math. And yeah, don't worry about being so far ahead in career mode or racing the AI. You just got a mirror drive. So you see that they're trying to organize on the outside. I got good gearing, but they organize. They can close in on me, and they will. Even on Legend and 105 speed. Here they come. Okay, so now it's all about mirror driving if I want to stay in the lead. Each one's different. Your weight is probably more important, your weight settings, than, I mean, yes, and it depends. Oh, you mean super speedways? Nah, you got to be at 60. Less rolling resistance, so you end up with more top speed. It's just like not running too low of a gear to slow your top speed down from engine friction. Are you talking about just, I mean, because a super speedway is any track over a mile. Daytona and Talladega specifically, yeah, you need 60. I know, but once you get it there and you save it, you know, you don't have to click it there again. Oh, you're talking about in a preset. Oh, that's interesting. I try to make it kind of, I mean, you start out usually with 27 on the left, so, and you're a little tight anyway in the preset, so I do the right side, but I get the right side up to 50, right side tires, and then I start moving the left side up. In short races, like when we raced at Daytona, Jay, I don't think I got it up to 60 either side, but it didn't matter. You know, I was fast enough. I mean, you can race with, you know, lower pressures on the left. The thing is, the bigger difference or stagger between the right side and left sides will alter the handling or the wedge, how the wedge, like the wedge. A little more fine-tuned though. So like if you do like 60 right sides and 27 left sides, you're probably going to be a little bit looser than you want to be. But if you can manage like 60 and 35 or 60 and 45, that's pretty good. You know, you're going to actually be pretty good on a preset. I mean, fast. So yeah, do the right sides first. Try to get them up like 10, you know, each. That's tough. And don't forget to up your tape too. Usually you can do 3 to 4 clicks of tape on a preset first pit stop. Yeah. On a preset, typically the tape at Daytona and Talladega is more important than tire pressure. If you get that tape up, you're going to get some nice speed. But even without speed, if you can manage to get in front in an AI race, all you got to do is mirror drive. Kind of watch them in your mirror and see, you know, if they're organizing, if they're making a run on the top or the bottom. Otherwise, just hug this little bottom. Be a bottom feeder. Some people make fun of you for it, but you know what? It's a lot easier to finish well on the bottom than it is on the top. So when he moves up to the middle, it makes me easier to block them. Is when they're inside and 2 lanes up. That's when it gets dicey. And you don't want to. You want to be smooth in your movements, or else you can spin yourself out or wreck yourself. And especially if you're in the lead, you don't want to do that. The thing is, got to do green flag pit stops, and I don't think I have 100% pit crew, so I'm probably going to lose the lead just from pitting. But I got to pit unless there's a caution. Let's see, now they're going to be 3 wide. Yep. Work the bottom, pull the bottom guy out because he's easier to block. See how the top 2 lanes lost ground in turns? Yeah, you can pretty much count on that in every series offline. Yes, it is. I do understand that, Jay. Still a good goal. Because the smoother you can be at Daytona and Talladega, the more speed you can get. And I am positioning my truck in particular spots based on what the AI is doing from running way too many laps. You see, they back off. In real life, you know, real drivers don't back off like that. You know, like in a career, you can use that to your advantage and you could block them without, you know, having them get too close. Now see, I don't worry about the guy on the top because when we get into the turn, I go to the bottom and see how he falls back? Oop, even the guy behind me fell back a little bit until I hit the apron. But I gotta worry about him here, so... See, as long as they're together, they're easy to block. I kind of like block 2 at the same time. Just by being in front of them like that. But you gotta watch the bottom. Somebody can shoot up the bottom at you. David is actually does controller and wheel, and he also can get settings from Red 4424, and Red 4424 on YouTube just put up his controller settings. That's Kyle Arnold in the Pro League. He's an awesome source of information, both Heat 4 and 5. He's had Heat 5 for over a month right now. They'll also talk to you about, like, you know, I make my custom setups on a wheel, and like guys like David, you know like if they're gonna run a controller setting with my setup, they know how to adjust the couple little things that it'll work better on their controller, so they don't have to use their wheel if they don't want to, kind of thing.
Outside.
Ah, I was reading. Let him get on top of me, but it should be okay. Still got a pit stop, even if he passes me.
Still there.
Nah, just got to figure it out. You know, there are patterns and there are formulas that, you know, even the game designers use. I mean, if you watch the AI, you know, like in this game, and you watch it in like a game 25 years old, their basic moves are not very much different. A lot of things are relative. And we all feel like a dummy. We're all learning Heat 5. It just happens to be that it's very similar to Heat 4 right now, so it makes it easier for those of us who have, you know, had some success on Heat 4 to jump in and start figuring out 5. Ah, come on, blue truck. Who is that? Friesen. Come on, Friesen. Get up here.
Careful, still there. Got a car high now.
Ah.
Still there.
Oop. Shouldn't read when you're in the turn.
Careful, still there. Careful, still there. Careful, still there.
Ooh. Oh, somebody's in trouble. Uh-oh, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Right, clean you off in front.
Yeah, I know, and I gotta get in front of him because the AI slow down. Well, at least I got the lead back, and I didn't hit anything. Yeah, that's another one of those little glitches. Yeah, that was an actual failure. Five laps of gas, 14 laps to go. See, normally if I wasn't in a career race with a slower truck, I would just take 2 tires here. But if I want a chance to win, I need all the speed I can get. And you lose about a tenth typically. And I'm already, you know, a couple tenths slower by myself, so I don't think I can afford to do that. That might put me deeper in the field, but 10 laps from the lead, I should be okay. We'll see. And if the AI take on full gas, and I only take on enough, I'll have that advantage in speed. Gas is heavy. The Cup car is like 400 pounds of gas in it. These have smaller tanks, so like 250 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lug around if you don't have to. I mean, they are pickup trucks, but you know, you're racing. I'm staying out front. That must be my setup. As tires wear, it tends to maintain more speed. Gas too. Now, I want to pit ultimately as late as possible, the way I think. Then I'll take on less gas. I'm in the lead. They'll probably pit next lap. So maybe just be smarter to pit with them. So guarantee that I still have the draft kind of thing. Yeah, that's probably smarter. Yeah, they pit like when it goes to 2 laps. You know, when their fuel light comes on, the AI pits. So if you want to gain on them, so 10 laps to go. Yeah, that'll be fun. If you want to gain on them, you can stay out like another lap or 2 if you've got gas and tires. So it makes winning a race a on equal terms, or as equal as they get, a little easier. So usually their light comes on when your light comes on. But I think they're gonna pit now. I can't tell. Yep, there we go. So I'm gonna pit. I go to the Sunoco sign, and then I get off the gas and I hit the brake. And of course they're not pitting, which is a new thing for Heat 5, but we're pitting, we're committed. I only need that much gas.
10 to go, next time by.
Yeah, we'll just take right sides because we're not in the draft with them. And I still didn't look at my my tape, so I don't know if I can actually put on more tape or not. So we'll just wing it. 7.1, that's a much better two-tire pit stop than in the past.
Be ready. Get after it now. Get after it now. You're clear.
Okay, they're on pit road. So I gotta get around and I gotta get back into that draft, or else I have no chance unless there's a caution. And I think that was that one opportunity to have a caution. Excuse me. Sorry. Gotta sneeze sometimes. We're just starting to roll off pit road. Oh, good. They're all dumping on the track. Stay low. Uh-oh. Third groove.
Left side is clear.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it.
Left side is clear.
Yeah, that double wide into turn one is awkward. Yeah, you can't be drafting with any of these guys since they're still like 10 mile an hour fast along. I'm only in 8th place and they're all strung out. Pitted yet? There's stragglers. I don't know. I just want to know I need to be as far up the pack as possible. I'd like to be close to that yellow truck. I got somebody behind me. Okay, that's encouraging. Let's see what we got. Yeah, those are those guys up there. Well, 4th place. A few laps to go, and so far strong. I see 51. He's up there. Okay. We need more cars, trucks. And I need somebody in front of me. Ah. At least we know my setup handles well. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to catch them before the end of the race, so that sucks. So, they changed the pit strategy a little bit. They tweaked it in the AI. A little less predictable, so they pitted the next lap. So that means, so when your fuel light comes on, they go to the next lap, or when it hits 1 lap to go. To gauge it, I guess. Of course, yeah, run too wide, so you're slower. Come on, guys. Yeah, in a situation like this, being single file really helps your speed. I'm catching that yellow truck way too slowly. And he's in the high groove, which is not the fast way around. Look how slow these guys are compared to me in a turn. I really gain on them, even though there's like 5 or 6 of them back there. Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna finish about here.
5 more laps.
Okay, at least the yellow truck came down. And the blue truck, yeah, he was following me. Come on. If you stay in the middle, we get the draft of the guys behind us a little bit. A little closer, we get the draft off the yellow truck. Yeah, gotta work on their AI a bit. The big thing is I misread their pit stop intentions. It's interesting because they didn't really pit like this in the other races I ran working up to this beginning of this season. But makes more sense. You want to run it out further. You don't want to pit as soon as the window opens, kind of thing. I think they did say they were working on that, so that's one change. 1 lap difference at Daytona so far. But I'm happy that I wasn't like an 8, 9, or 10, or 11, 12 second pit stop with 2 tires as it was in Heat 4. 7.1 is it's actually a good stop for 2 tires, and I think I took a whole can of gas, just one. And that is a definition of a 2 and go. 2 tires and 1 can of gas instead of 2. For those of you into race speak.
Alright, I need 2 more good laps for me.
When I got all these guys ganging up on me, they're all too wide, man. Come on. And there's an algorithm that when you get under 10 laps to go, that the AI gets more aggressive, which is probably why they're too wide. See, in the truck races, it kind of like works against you here, because at the draft tracks, like, well, half the tracks are draft tracks, but extreme draft tracks like Daytona and Talladega, it makes a whole lot more sense to stay single file and then wait till like 2 to go before you start racing. But AI is not programmed that way, obviously.
1 more to go.
See, I don't watch that 99 truck below me. Yep. We still haven't even caught that yellow truck. With all these trucks behind me in single file, we would have caught him like 10 laps ago. Or 8 laps ago or something. So we're going to have 4th. We got enough. We're just going up there. It's the last lap. Oh, 4th to start the season is not bad at all.
Way to hold a good steering wheel all day.
Those bright yellow rims. Gotta fix that. 104 speed rating. At least that it started on the inside and have to bring it down. Was it 6 laps? I was in 2nd place from 23rd. That's cool. It took me so long to take the lead. Second, first stage. See how far back the guy behind me is? So I didn't have help. That's why it took so long. When they close up behind me, then I can race. Because I'm underpowered. Yeah, I guess that's a simulating a tire down. I don't think there was a caution for that. Yeah, it should have been a caution for that. Or was there? Is there a restart? I don't remember. Nope. No restart. That should have been a caution too, but that benefited me. So it's like a give and take, you know, and when you're racing the AI, you got to take what you can get. Like here, I wasn't slowing up for nothing. You know, unless they were 3 wide, I knew I could make it by. Saw another incident that they didn't have a caution for, but I didn't really see what it was. They just said what it was, which is weird. See, we all got single file there. Would have been better. Oh, it's restart. Okay, that was it. I guess that was it. Okay, a little more definition in your replay so you know what's going on. 180 grand. Won the Daytona lottery. First in points. Oh, I guess Riley Herbst did not finish well. Cool. So we got a shot at a championship this year, but I get to fix the truck. We're going to make a lot more money, a lot more good finishes like this. I mean, we get 100% by the end. Oh, let's see what this... I had the fastest lap. That's draft lap. I led the most lap. Really? Oh, cool. I guess, yeah, somebody else led. Hill, and then Herbst. There we go. Let's see what the breakdown is. Still takes as long to load. Fourth. 186, picked up 147 fans, and a couple grand in merchandising. 95, 90, and 90. Okay. Get that engine up to 100%. That's my next goal. So I think I need 270 to get it up there. Yep. Second season in. So, one Daytona. That is no small feat. Okay, so we got Vegas. I have to go get a setup. I have my setup in Heat 4. So this is my truck. Let's see, just make sure. See, 100, see, 270 grand. So I need another 80, 75 grand before I can upgrade. So that's probably another 2 race wins, because Daytona is a big purse. Las Vegas not a big purse, probably 20, 30 grand. So maybe another 3, 4 really good runs. If I don't want to spend any money on anything else. Let's see what else. Oh, I do have 100% on pit stops. Yeah, these don't cost that much. But it's like, why do you need great pit stops if you can't, say, 13 seconds, which is good. It's under 15. I like that. I don't think I've had a full pit stop yet at 13 seconds to see it, because I'd probably faint if I saw that. Okay, so what do you got? Las Vegas is a speedway. So you got 2 speedway trucks. How much is another truck? 147. So if I really want to win the championship, I need at least four trucks. I need a short track truck. Probably in Xfinity, you definitely need a road course um, car too, but you can get away with just a short track truck. So even though you get a penalty by using a different truck at a different track, you can still do okay. You just need to finish well. It's AI, even on Max. If you have a good setup, you can finish well. Okay, so what am I doing? Okay, so Las Vegas the truck is already done. What I tend to do is I use my Speedway for short track. So, but it's got to be, you know, decent. So I do that first, the most vehicle when I don't have a full team. I'm very tempted to get another truck now, but I really need to get my engine up to 100%. So we'll hold off on that. Oop. Yeah, not natural. We still have unassigned employees. Oh no, we don't. Okay, we're good. So let's start work and go over settings. You probably saw this already from when I had to change it because I forgot. These are my settings. Driving expert, normal because normal is good. I do a wide skill range because in all 3 series you get a wide skill range. You could probably turn it down to normal for Cup because you tend to have better ability to wheel a Cup car. But everything else, normal. I put frequent mechanical failures, otherwise you get none. So you never get a caution. I mean, even though we had incidents, there was no caution, and I had full cautions on. So, you know. And high impact forces, I don't really know. What is it? How much it determines? Yeah, so I have high impact. So when they touch you, it does a lot, which is a little bit more realistic than what the regular settings are. So, did I change anything? I don't mean to change anything. Oh, I moved something, but yeah, I have all the settings the way I want. Okay. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and you know, like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Thank you. Keep on rolling.